Hi little chef, welcome to a day in my life as a chef on a yacht. Our guests just flew out, so for the next couple of days, the crew has the boat to themselves. So I slept in a bit, had my coffee and my protein shake, and got some fresh Bahamian coconut bread in. It's fueling day, so Brian is outside tending to the fuel tank. He has to sit there for a good 2 hours, so I made him some breakfast and coffee and served it to him outside. I tended to my plant babies and then got started on lunch. There's very little cooking involved today. I'm just making a salad to supplement with all of the leftovers that we have. The first mate asked for a haircut, so I gave him a sick fade, and I decided to do mine as well. As soon as it starts touching my ears, it starts to bother me. So I just free-handed this and used the camera on my phone for some help. I'm almost always wearing a hat, so I'm really not too concerned. I did the final touch-ups with some real mirrors, took a shower, and got started on dinner. I took out some red snapper fillets, topped it with butter, salt, and pepper, and threw it in the oven to bake. For a sauce, I'm using some coconut milk and putting in some aromatics such as ginger, lemongrass, and Thai basil. I'll let that reduce until thickened and put it on top of my fish. For sides, I'm making some jasmine rice and vegetables. Unfortunately, I don't have any fresh vegetables on board. Hopefully, I can get to the grocery store tomorrow. Bye, little chef. So I slept in an extra 30 minutes, got some coffee, and got a delivery of fresh Bahamian bread. We got 4 loaves of coconut bread, and these are amazing. I wrapped them all up and went down to the hole to put them into the freezer. You know it's good quality bread made with real ingredients when it starts to mold about 2-3 days in. I don't know about you, but the bread I get from the grocery store lasts a crazy amount of time. It must be all of the preservatives. But thankfully, we finish a loaf of this Bahamian coconut bread in a day. I heard on the radio that we were heading over to the fuel dock. So that means it's all hands on deck. If you've been watching for a while, you know that I'm in charge of the bow line. The tank right now is about half full, but we're gonna get some guests on board in a couple of days, and this yacht is gonna be on the move. We're gonna head back to Cape Santa Maria, which takes a good amount of fuel, and once we get there, there's not many fueling options available. You have to be very strategic of where you're gonna fuel. It's not like a road trip where you can pull off at the next exit and fuel up. And these fueling docks aren't always super reliable. Sometimes the power's down, or they're out of fuel completely. The captain really doesn't let the fuel gauge get below halfway. That way we get ample time to find a fueling dock nearby if we run into any issues. This yacht holds 3,000 gallons of fuel. On days when we're traveling, we'll have to fuel every other day. We're finally tied up at the fuel dock, and it takes about 2 hours to fuel up.
So the captain made you'll be paying for the fuel.
For the fuel?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't have that kind of money. Is that what you were just about to ask for? If you feed him, give him some coffee and a good book, he doesn't mind taking this job. We just ran out of eggs, and my backup eggs are egg beaters, so that's what Brian's getting for breakfast. Brian is a little bit of a strange man, because he eats ketchup with his eggs, and as a chef, that was very hard for me to do. After I take care of the crew, I'll make myself a coffee. And since we're here for a while, I'll get in a quick workout upstairs on the Peloton, prep more food in the galley, or help the crew with whatever they need help with. Today we're getting exactly 1,700 gallons of fuel and heading back into our slip. Bye, little chef. It is haircut time. So I'm gonna cut my hair free-handed, and I'm also cutting Brian's hair as well. Doing a sick fade. Not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty good at fades. I should start charging for haircuts around the marina. It looks pretty good. Do you want me to take a picture of the back for you? Oh my god. It's been probably about a month and a half since I've had my last haircut. There's nowhere to go on the island. I don't have many options other than this. So, I'm doing it myself the best I can. Honestly, I wear a hat most of the time, so I'm not really worried about the top as much as just getting it off my ears. Man, I had a lot of hair. It's not gonna turn out great.
All right, no bad cuts now.
I'll try not. Do I have gray hair? Yeah, I do. It's not blonde. It's not blonde, what do they call them? Frosted tips. I'm just doing maintenance here. I bet it looks like crap. The back of my head. Oh, hair in my nose. Yeah, I have a lot of gray hairs. It's bad. I started graying at like 23. A couple years into teaching, I started graying. I was stressed. It didn't turn out too bad. I'm just gonna shape up the back a bit. Alright, we're gonna stop there before it gets bad. Back up to the galley to make lunch. Honestly, there's not much cooking involved for lunch today. I'm serving leftovers and supplementing with a salad. I don't typically serve guests leftovers unless I repurpose it in a way that they don't even know it's a leftover, but crew definitely eats leftovers. On a typical day, I'll make the crew protein shakes or eggs for breakfast and eat the same dinner that the guests eat, but the crew will eat leftovers for lunches.